Let's What's up, gamers? And I mean that in the most derogatory way possible. Alright, y'all. Welcome back to Macho Thursdays. It's week number 13, which is pretty nuts, honestly. Been doing this for over 3 months now, if my multiplication tables are correct. So, we're doing just a simple double elimination 3,500 bracket tonight. Yes, sir, a bunch of freaking gamers. All of you in my chat. Thank you, Goat, for the sub, by the way. I appreciate that. So, yeah, we're doing 3,500 tonight. You know, aka heavyweight over there on the Mr. Moose Bones channel. And we got 25 monsters fighting tonight. I'll introduce them as the night goes on. And let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm already yawning. I'm a sleepy boy. I woke up from a nap to do this. But it's okay. It should be fun. Alright, so, if you need the bracket, here you go. Well, we're starting off with Dr. Thermidor and Guaglum. I don't know, Loki's monster. Loki loves these intelligence Nitons, I tell you what. So, we have a decent amount of people tonight. I don't think we'll need fast forward. Maybe if it starts getting a little bit late, we'll do fast forward in maybe like some losers, but we'll see. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day today. I had a pretty good day. Had a easy day at work. I didn't teach today. I had like a professional development day that took all day, so that was cool. Tomorrow's Friday, then it's almost the weekend. How was everyone's day today? Alright, quick game there for Dr. Thermidor. Yes, sir, you do gotta get down on Friday. Oh, babe. Wow. 7-13, one hit KO there. We already got a game three of the night. Finally brought your BF to the neurologist today. Finally. Oh, that's good. I hope everything ends up being okay with that. I remember you talking about what was happening with them, and it sounded very scary. I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment this week. I fucked up my shoulder real bad, and I was telling one of my coworkers about it. I was supposed to have an appointment yesterday, and I was talking to one of my coworkers about it, and she said the same thing happened to her, where I was like having a hard time pushing and pulling back and like applying a pressure to my right arm, and it would just kill my shoulder and like all my muscles in my bicep and then my right back shoulder. But she showed me a couple of stretches to do, and I don't know what kind of dark magic. Moosey B Money, thank you, my good man. I don't know what kind of dark magic was in those stretches, but it really helped my shoulder a lot, to the point where it's just like, I don't think I gotta go to the doctor for this. So let's hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. But it's feeling a lot better now. It's just a little bit sore and tender now. Alright, so coming up next, we have Eat That Joint, which is Mike's monster versus a certified Monster Rancher 2 DX Classic at this point. We got Articuno V2 by Birdboy 2000. This is an old-ass monster. This boy's been around for a good minute. Yeah, he still can't drive unless he ceases free for a year, but that's the goal. Hey, let's, you know, gotta be safe for everyone. Gotta be safe for him and other people on the road. And I hope everything goes well. Yeah, 25. It was 20. It was 20 when I checked this morning, so had 5 more signups throughout the day, which is cool. Alright, Rapid Beaks on the 46 is going to whiff there into the Flame Cannon. Not going to do a ton of damage, but going to do a ton of withering. The reel has run out, however, so this is Joint's game to lose at this point. Never mind. It's his game to lose, I guess. Beak doing 160 after the reel is still pretty impressive. Alright, game 1 goes to the Boyd. Yeah, where I was having problems with my shoulder, I thought it might have been like a rotary cuff issue at first, because I was having a hard time doing like that, like rotating my arm, like doing that sort of motion, and it still is kind of sore up at like the very top of my shoulder. But I don't know. It feels way better, that's all I say. But I don't know what I did though, because it was like literally all the way down to not like my armpit, but like my elbow pit. Like that felt like it had a lot of strain on it. Like I don't know if I a bird takes that 2-0. I don't know if I slept weird or picked something up or what. But it started happening over Christmas break, and it's kind of now just getting better. I'm getting old. I'm falling apart. Alright, so... Oh my god, there is a lot of sea biscuits. Alright, so we got Thekbuk Crab and then Sea Biscuit. So actually, an Arrowhead sub ditto, which is pretty funny. Alright, Death Thrust on the 30 here, gonna hit. This is gonna be a one-hit KO, I believe. Definitely gonna be one on the crit. Alright, game 1 goes to Sea Biscuit.
Both of these fighters have dealt with custody battles involving their children.
Alright, smash there, doing a little bit of damage. Thek's got a... Excuse me. Ugh. Thek's got a... We saw Thek the last time we did... What was it? We did the tropical themed cupped weekly. So that was the last time that we seen Thek. It's got an interesting moveset. It's got the clap moves. Oh, is that kick gonna do it? That kick is gonna do it, but we do see a grit, so Sea Biscuit's not out of it. Doesn't need to go for these giant techs. You know, don't take my advice, buddy. Oh, 50-50 on the punch is gonna win it there for Thek. So we got another game 3. But yeah, Thek's got an interesting build. It's got clap attack, slap, heavy punch, and then it's got a lot more life than you see normally in a build. But I think Sphera is hoping for those crit moves to kind of elevate that damage. Alright, another Death Thrust. He really likes that move. It is a good move. He's doing a good job about dodging this time, though. Boy, he wants it. Alright, punch on the 45. Finally gonna land one here for Thek. Ooh, rear leg kick, that's gonna hit. That's gonna put Sea Biscuit back into the lead there. Actually doing a pretty decent amount of withering with the 10 there. Oh, 393. Oh, and for the second one, alright, he's got a pretty big life lead here. He's going to need one of those heavy techs, though. At the last second, he tried it. I respect it. Sea Biscuit loses that 2-1. Sea Biscuit's never had good luck on the Thursdays streams. He's been entered in a decent amount of them too. Alright, so next up we got Kane's Rat Smasher versus Potatoes. One of Uwu's. Now I don't know if we've seen Rat Smasher on Thursdays before, but I'm pretty sure he's a regular on the DXBL streams. This is probably a pretty scary matchup for one of Uwu's. Does hit the Violent Shell. Okay, fuck me, I guess. But Nash, if he hit one of those death thrusts, though, probably would have won. Alright, much better opener here for Rat Smasher. Definitely wants to use these heavy techs. Giant thwack at a lot of guts. 415, this is a tanky boy. Does proc the anger. Oh, hits the whip on him. Alright, whip misses at 56. Whip on the 54 misses 2. Rat Smasher has these front 2 slots to just kind of build up these guts. Straight is not going to do a lot of damage, but the Giant Thwack will. And unless we see a grit, we're going to be into a game 3, but we do see the grit. Alright, we've seen how much damage one of Uwu's can do. Electric Whip on the 43, going to hit. No crit, 420 damage exactly. Backs up into Electric Whip again. That's going to miss. That's probably going to be it for this game. We're going to go to a game 3. Alright, Giant Flag on the 99, 287 damage. That thing is so fucking tanky, dude. Into the anger proc. Not great for Rat Smasher, but he does dodge the million whips. Alright, hits the whip. Oh, procs the Fury. Fury, one of the smash moves would be pretty scary, but Numbing Whip's probably going to run this out. 250 something. Still has Fury, actually. Oh, Fury Thunderbolt did a whole 7 damage. Oh, all this is going to be good for is just proccing anger, but luckily for Rat Smasher, he doesn't. It's the whip. Is he going to chain them together? Oh, he does dodge that one. Oh no, he's stuck on Thunderbolt. He won't switch to Giant Thwack. Ah, this is not looking good for Ratty Boy. Ooh, into the Spike Shell just to add a little insult to injury. One of Uwu's is going to take that 2-1. Alright, we got another Uwu coming up. This time we got Uwification versus Chibi Robo. Matchup I think we've seen actually once or twice here before on the Thursday streams. Alright, so pretty standard build here from Uwification. We got the basics and we got trample, and we see the trample hit. You know, like I was saying earlier, sometimes 30% is all you need. But Chibi Robo has the grit. Alright, spin kick and retaliation, gonna whiff at 65. Oh, into the tail attack, and that's gonna be it for game 1. This monster's so gross looking. Hey Carlo, I just noticed Crow's message. 7 times stronger with the Fury. Yeah, that Fury Thunderbolt was really sad. It's literally so gross looking, but that is Racky for you. I don't know if you're doing a bit, or if you didn't realize I was talking about Uwification. I was about to say it. Anger Doll's pretty cute. He's just a little boy. He's just a little dude. Oh, okay. Alright, spin kick here. Things are still looking good for Uwification, though. It just needs to land. Probably any move will take him out. Tail attack on the 59. Chibi Robo's doing a good job at dodging, and trample to run out the clock. Oh, spin slash at the literal last second. Not enough, and Uwification's going to move on 2-0. Alright, so next up we got Switchblade, which is Freya's monster, and the Diamond, which is Andor's monster. I think I saw today in the Discord that Andor said this is a new monster for him. So, interested to see how that's going to turn out. I think, yeah, it's a Bajarl. I think him and Fake Life made new Bajarls. I don't know if Andor's made his specifically for this tournament, but I know Fake said his Bajarl was made for Thursdays. That boy and his Bajarls, he loves them. Alright, slash combo whiffs on the 34% into the 43 straight. 558 damage down into the L life for Switchblade. Does dodge the Mystic Punch though. Alright, dash slash on the 56 does 328, no withering. I love that move. Dash slash is so good. Oh, Magic Punch gonna hit there, 560, no grit. As the smoke clears, we see the Diamond takes that first game. On to game number 2. Alright, dash slash opener here, 54% does whiff into the straight whiff. Punch combo, one of the best animations in the game. Fuck the sword. Take the hands. Decent amount of damage, decent amount of withering. Does proc the anger though, which is an interesting choice on the Diamond. Honestly, pretty good. At that point where Switchblade had no guts, it was not too bad of a time to proc anger. Don't see anger on speedsters a lot in this version of the game. Alright, slash combo at 36 to close it out. It's going to hit. Did not need to do this in the slightest. 990 something damage there. We're going to a game 3. Alright, slash combo opener is going to hit. Like I said earlier, 30%, 100%. 999, no grit, quit game 3. Hey friendly, what's up? Switchblade's moving on 2-1. Alright, next up we got Laputa, which is Project L's monster versus the Bajarl I was just talking about a couple minutes ago. Mini P. We're gonna call him Mini P. Alright, Magic Punch hits. No crit there. Gives vigor. Oh, and the power. Brow hit on the 48 with power. He's so fucking dead. Get back in your pot. Go back home and be a family man. It's please don't roast me. It's supposed to be, it's like off of Manny, is it Pacquiao? Manny Pacquiao is where the joke comes from. Okay. Whew. My uncultured ass. Jeez, that was a big ass slap. Into a second one. Okay, well that's all. Alright, so next up we got Spot Trick. Which is Pyro's monster versus Blokely Man. Alright, Bobby boy. Your boy's up. Is this a remade Spot Trick? I could have sworn this thing was a tank. Oh, that crit fire charge not actually enough to end the game there. It does proc the power. Oh, power cross combo. He went for it, but he got foolery and got million claws. Ugh. Sarik taking that first game. Alright, long punch on the 64 opener, 442 on the crit, so not enough to put Spot Trick into the yellow. Byro, you laughing at this one? 761. Spot Trick gonna take a quick 2-0 for that one. Alright. There's the Bob I know. Alright. Oh wait, oh, so you didn't see the first game. Alright, so Pyro, what happened the first game was he fire charged. Oh, thank you, Pyro. He fire charged frame 1, procced Blokely Man's power. Blokely Man went for power chop, combo foolery, and then got hit with a million claws. Yeah, that's. I'm just teasing with you, Bob. That's kind of the Thursdays, like I always say. This is supposed to be more just like a chill, we kind of hang out type of thing. Nothing's for points. Nothing's like, you know, that type of stuff. It's not like a big tournament or anything like that. We're just chilling. That's definitely one of those stats where you're just kind of like, womp womp. Well, hi, Cora. Ooh, big samurai kick to end it there. Yeah, nothing's at stake. That's a good way to put it, Goat. Okay, Pyro, question. Was there a Spot Trick that was a tank at one point? I could have sworn there was one that was a tank. Ooh, grab throw gonna whiff there. Wind of the thwack. Alright, slap doing a little bit of damage. 213. No power. Always was a speedy boy. Who am I thinking of then? Alright, now that was that was 2-0 for Rambu, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't think Ukiki really landed much of anything. Oh my god, my voice. Ugh. We haven't had a full week of teaching in forever. I have one full week of talking, and this is what it does to me now. Pretty sure John took that 2-0. I'm fine. Alright, moving on to round 2. We're not done seeing all of our competitors yet. So we got War and Blame. On a Lame Core's monster, and then Dr. Thermidor. And then while these guys are fighting, I'll go ahead and check back on that last set to see if it was 2-0 for Rambu. So if I'm quiet, that's why. Yes, that was 2-0 for Rambu. Alright, looks like Dr. Thermidor got a grit. Either that or he did 701 damage to him. Alright, Rush Slash to close things off here. Warren Blame's going to take that first one. Oh, I just noticed. This collar Pandora emote. Ooh, slash combo does whiff there. About a 40 guts lead for Thermidor. Goes for the somersault. 445. About even footing on guts here. Goes for the slash column again. That one does whiff. Really good spot for Thermidor. Goes for a second somersault. 649 on the crit. Bringing it to a game number 3. Alright, Hidden Sting. Oh, excuse me. I've had like a frog in my throat, and I don't feel bad. It's literally, I just sound like I've been chain smoking. Alright, quick game there for Emblem. 2-1. Alright, next up we got Articuno again. And Thickbook Crab. Wait, is there another one? Hold on. Oh, the original Articuno. Huh. Sorry you're dying. I know, like I said, it sucks getting old. Don't get old. I turned 30 this year. I went to, a couple weeks ago, I went to a surprise birthday party for my friend up in West Virginia. He pops every now and again in the chat. His Twitch name is Actadibija. You're like a little baby. I don't feel like it sometimes. But his wife brought down his cake, and like one of his first things that he said was just like, "That's so many candles." It's like it's only gonna get more and more from here on out, brother. Actadibija. Yeah, it's what? It's the A blues scale is what it is. A, C, D, E. Or A. Yeah, no, Birdie was he was a jazz musician, or he is a jazz musician. He teaches now, but he was a jazz major, performance major in college. So much younger. Just wait till they switch to the number candles. So I'm not like a cake guy. I'm not like a cake guy. I am much more of a cook. They were just doing nothing for like a whole 5 seconds. Anyways, Articuno takes game 2. I'm not much of a cake guy. I am much more of a cookie cake type of guy. And in terms of like desserts, like brownies are up top, and then like cookies are right below that, and then there's a decent big drop off, and then there's cake for me personally. Big ass kick. I'm not like an ice cream person either, and I think that might be because I worked at a Cold Stone at one point. Okay, now that one I legitimately was not paying attention to that much. Was that 2-0 for Thek? (2-1). Okay, 2-1 for Thek. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Cold Stone Creamy was my first ever job. My aunt worked there, so I got hired on because of that. Oh, we got an Undine from Selvi. Is this new? I don't recognize this name. And I'm not much of an ice cream person, but I used to make this really good smoothie there. So it was just their pink lemonade sorbet, and then lemon water, and some strawberries and ice, and I would just make that up in a blender. You know, really basic shit, but it tasted really good. Golem Arrowhead looks so cool, but you never see them. That means you're not watching the middleweight division with my boy. Daggone it. Macho saw how the ice cream was made and it ruined it. Okay, I don't know if I've ever told this story on stream. Making ice cream is actually kind of fun, by the way. But this is not gonna beat the Macho. Like, this is gonna only fuel the Macho's kind of stupid allegations. But I had to have Merchiki Metal. I had to have fucking call 911, or somebody called 911. I was the only person there at the store. I was opening that day, and I needed to stock cherries. All right, 2-0, quick 2-0 for the Undine. I needed to stock cherries, and our can opener broke, so I decided to stock it with a knife, or to open the can with a knife. And I fucking slipped and I stabbed through my hand and blood went everywhere. Like, that shit was coming out of me like a fucking water fountain. Like, you ever see like a movie and there's just like, there's no way the human body would do that? No, dude, that shit was just fucking shooting out of me like crazy. Luckily, there was a customer there and they were able to call 911 for me, and my dumbass little teenage mind was so like scared in the moment, I didn't think to cover it up with a rag. I was just running around the fucking store screaming my head off. I have a scar on my hand from it still. The funny thing is it happened so fast, it didn't even like register like that the knife went in and went out until I started bleeding. Now you can't look at cherry sauce on ice cream in the same way. I don't like cherries. Even before that moment, I don't like cherries. I mean, I ended up being fine. Like, I didn't suffer any nerve damage or anything like that. I just had to get a tetanus shot in the actual wound itself, which hurt, and I got some stitches, but otherwise, I was okay. I think I was at work, like, back by the next day. No, don't hit me with the bless your heart. I know what that means. Luckily, knock on wood, I haven't had a lot of stupid shit happen to me like that much since high school. I kind of ran through the gamut of like weird injuries or weird medical issues in high school, and in 9th grade, my lung collapsed twice. So my lung collapsed twice in 9th grade. In 11th grade, I got my Achilles tendon sliced in half. So I had to like relearn to walk and shit like that. That was no bueno. Those are like the two big things that happened to me growing up. And the knife thing was like literally in and out. I was fine. As a kid, I broke an ankle trying to jump in the air and click my heels together. Did you break your ankle on heel click, or did you break your ankle on land? Like landing? We've got MC Hanger, which is a name I appreciate a lot, on landing. No, my, wow. That's like the third Metal Glory we've seen tonight. Oh, and it's like an actual straight up Ditto. I'm a fucking moron. This is not a Ditto. It's a fucking hanger. What is wrong with me? Oh, dude, Nash, that sounds awful. So the way that my lung collapsed, it was in 9th grade, and it was like gym class, and I was just having an issue where I was just like, I cannot breathe. Like, I cannot breathe. Something is wrong. And like, I go home and I tell my dad about it, and my fucking dad is just like, it's probably allergies, just take a Benadryl. And I was like, okay. I never had allergies before, but whatever. Now that's a 1-1, right? And like, so I take the Benadryl and stuff, and obviously I still couldn't breathe. And finally my mom came home from work, and I was just like, Bob, I can't fucking breathe, and Dad just told me to take a Benadryl, and don't worry, I can't breathe, and stuff. And my mom was just like, you dumbass, like, husband of mine. Or I'm gonna take him to the emergency room. And I'm in this emergency room for like 5 hours. Like, I was in there for so long, I couldn't breathe. We didn't have phones at that point, so I just had to sit there, and there's this fucking redneck family on the couch, like next to us in the waiting room. They were waiting too, but they're absolutely losing their shit over fucking WWE. They had WWE on the TV, and they were fucking hooting and hollering. I can't even remember who was wrestling. I just remember us being pissed. And when we finally get back there, and they find out my lung is collapsed. And and oh shit. All right, Switchblade's moving on. So I finally get back there after like 5 hours, and they figure out what's going on. They take x-rays and everything like that. And, you know, they're just like, well, you know, we're going to have to, how they fixed me that time, the first time it happened, fixed, quote unquote, because it happened again a second time. They put a tube in you, and they put a tube in your side. And you would think like, oh, if like a lung's deflated and we need to put air back into it. And it's actually not like that. It's like a vacuum tube that they put in your side, and it actually sucks it back into shape. And essentially what they did is they just let it naturally heal on its own. But I remember I was getting prepped. It was either I was getting prepped for the tube, or this was post-tube, and I was still like on anesthesia. Anesthesia at that point, and I remember the nurses were talking to me, and I don't remember this at all, but my sister and my mom told me this story, where one of the nurses was talking to me, and apparently I asked them if I could hold one of their hands, and one of the nurses tried to hold my hand, and I was just like, no, not you, you're the ugly one, I want the hot one to hold my hand. And I think about that a lot, and that is so mean. And I also remember just being fucking baked out of my mind on anesthesia and just losing my absolute shit at the George Lopez show. Oh my god. Oh, flicked her right in the titties. And so like I'm there for a week, and you know, they eventually take the tubing out of my side, and there is the stitches there where it was, and I don't know what was going on, but something with the stitches got really irritated, and something with the stitches got really irritated, and having them taken out was like one of the most painful experiences of my life. It just felt like, I don't even know how to describe it. It just burned, and it just felt like someone was taking like a bunch of sand and just shoving it in and out of my body. But then, so like the hospital I went to first, Lupita wins that 2-1 on the grit comeback, by the way. The hospital I went to first time, they just, you know, like I said, they vacuumed my lung back into shape and let it heal on its own. Well, I got sent home. It was like I was in the hospital for a couple of days, and I got sent home for a week recovery off of school. And I took my dog out front to go pee, and what do you mean no gulag? Oh, I'm on the fucking wrong file still. So I went to go take my dog to go pee, and he saw a dog down the road that he didn't really like. So just instinctively, I grabbed his collar, and when he yanked, that was enough force for my lung to pop again. And I was distraught. I was so upset, and my parents were pissed. Not at me, just, you know, at the situation. And so they didn't even fuck with going to that first hospital, because that first hospital we went to is known to be not the greatest. And so we ended up going to the Children's Hospital in Columbus, and what they ended up doing is cutting the top part of my lung off where the hole kept forming. And so now I just don't have the top right part of my lung, and it's just titanium staples that are gonna stay in me for forever. Good luck, Pyro. Alright, Friendly sent a story. I'm going to go ahead and read that. My sister has a funny story. We're somewhere in a hotel while on holiday. There was this. Me and my sister were like 6 years old, but there was this maid that would come in and clean the room. Anyways, me and my sister, being mean, called her the ugly maiden. Not to her face, but my sister drew a picture of the ugly maiden, moles and all, and left the picture in the room, and she came... Aww. No. That's so mean. Alright. Not going to be able to close it. There was... I haven't talked about a match in forever. So, after they cut the top of my lung off, like the tippity top of my lung off, what had happened is... this is more common in, like, boys growing up, where, the last second, man, it's more common in boys growing up where we have such rapid growth spurts. At least this is what the doctors were telling me. Our growth spurts are much more dramatic, and what happens to our lungs is, like, you know, they got to grow along with us. And when our lungs grow rapidly like that, they have the chance of forming little air pockets on them called blebs. And essentially that's what happened to me. Like a little air pocket, air bubble formed on my lung, and it just popped. Aw, that's so sad. Oh, big crit slap there. Just needs to land another one. Tail lashes. Oh, that's going to be enough on the crit. Spot Trick is going to take that 2-0. And then, have I told you guys my... Good games, man. Have I told you guys my... my Achilles heel story? on stream. My heel got sliced in half in the fucking dumbest way. So it was an art class of all places. So I was in AP art, and this was in 11th grade, and we had the laptop. So my high school, like, we had a computer lab, but we had a mobile cart, like a mobile, like, metal cart that we would wheel around to classrooms. So like if the classroom teachers needed like laptops that day, I think we were writing up the artist statement for our portfolio, and the teacher asked me and another student to go ahead and wheel it back because it was pretty big and it was pretty heavy. Well, I was pushing, my classmate was pulling, and essentially what happened is, like, you know, when you're grocery shopping and someone bumps you in the back of the heel, back of the foot, back of the leg with a shopping cart, essentially that's just what happened, but it just hit me at the exact right spot where it just sliced my Achilles tendon clean in half. The doctor said he's never seen it cut that perfectly before. He said it was like hot butter. And that shit hurt. And like, it was weird, because like I would try to put my foot down and it was just like nothing was there. Like I had no feeling like my foot was there. It was like I would put, oh Jesus Christ, that was a big bite. Could go for a second one. All right, bringing it to a game 3. And it was just like nothing was there. And yeah, I was out of commission for a good couple of months. So that happened on the week of Halloween back in what would have been 2010, I think. And then I didn't walk again, I think, till the end of February-ish. Oh, it's 2-0. Hatara, I'm sorry, you gotta stop. You don't got nothing to prove. I'm trying. They won't stop. Alright, so not a good day for the Gaboos so far. I know, they were just swanging. Okay, so... Oh. We've got about... Yeah, so now we're going to do the winners' top 8 plans for top 8. So we've got... We Emblem. Or War Emblem. I'm trying to figure out what the pun is on this one. Well, is War Emblem a thing? Oh, like the horse? Like, is it a racehorse? Google says it's a racehorse. Thank you, Google. It's healed pretty well now, but I don't know if you guys have ever had like heel surgery or anything like that, but the way that they had to do mine is I have a pretty gnarly scar at the back of my right leg where they had to cut me up to be. And I'm really sorry if you hate squeamish shit like this. I apologize. But but like they had to cut up the back of my leg to be able to go up in there and get my tendon and literally pull it back down and stitch it back together. You're eating? I feel like it sometimes. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is 1-1. But if I'm wrong, continue to yell at me. No, luckily... Like, I had those pretty bad things happen to me in high school, but luckily I've been, for the most part, pretty healthy and staying together. Whatever's going on with my shoulder is probably, like, the worst thing that I've had happen to me in a while, but even it seeming like it's starting to work itself out. Alright, 2-1 in the big boy's favor. Wait, did Thek win against Articuno? Like, I know I haven't been paying a ton of attention tonight, just was because we more so been hanging out and talking. But I don't know why. Something's telling me in my brain. Thek did beat Art. Okay. Alright, so Thek is our first monster that's making it into top 8. Don't know why I thought that would work. Alright, so we got some pretty big old top tiers fighting it off here. We got Undine versus Dragon. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's gonna be hard to come back from. Why must we pit two women against each other? Gosh, that is 67% to hit. There's no reason for that to happen. Oh, come on, man. Were these the two nurses? That was so mean of me. Ooh, tail attack. Doing a decent amount of damage, 352 with an arrow and retaliation, no crit, so Ooification still in the life lead into a second arrow, gonna hit. No crit on that one either. I doubt Ooification has power. Goes for the 36% trample to win game 2. So we're going on to a game number 3. My poor wife is a nurse. Okay. And she loves her job. Especially because she's in a department that she likes way better. But her first year, she did her first year ever of nursing. She did ER during 2020. So during like the height of COVID. She was in the emergency room. And just the crazy ass shit that she would tell me about. Poor thing would just come home and was just like a husk of a human being. Like, I know there's a lot of people who, like, hate on nurses and stuff, and I get it, that there's probably not, like, great nurses in the world. My poor wife works so hard, and she's so kind. I'm a very lucky person, I can tell you that. Not the best time to get anger there. There's, funny enough, the way that she talks about her job, there's kind of a lot of overlap between teaching and nursing, I feel like. And a lot of that is just kind of like general public perception. You know, there's just a lot of fucking people that hate teachers, and there's a lot of fucking people that hate nurses too. It's unfortunate. That was a long power. Hating teachers is kind of a right-wing thing. Yeah. Luckily, I'm in a district where, well, I work in a very right-wing district, but that's more a problem with the school board rather than the parents. For the most part, I've had pretty positive interactions with all of the parents that I've talked to. Now, because I'm art, I don't talk to parents a lot. But I've been lucky to where I'd say like 95% of the conversations I've had with parents have been positive, which is good. Alright, so we're in game 3 here. Both of these monsters are fighting for a top spot in top 8 winner's side. Cutting to on the 49%. Gonna take that over half health with a 431 on the crit. It was Switchblade gonna end it there with the sting. No grit from Laputa. So Switchblade gonna take that 2-1. I could not imagine teaching in Texas. That sounds like it would be awful. Hope y'all doing well. How's tonight going? We've been talking about pretty much everything but the actual game. Everyone got my medical history for like the last half hour, so that was been fun. But it's been going good, Potato. How you doing? Yeah, it's been a fun night. A lot of interesting monsters entered tonight. I feel like there's a couple of new ones. I know Fake's monster is new. Andor's monster is new. I think Selvius's Undine is new. I might be wrong though, so I'm not sure. Oh, big power stab there, taking it for Hatara. So game 1. Yeah, so this is going to be the last match for winner's top 8, and then we're going to have to run through all of losers top 8. Been lurking playing Liza P. Cool. I was playing a little bit of Power World last night. Grinding stuff to try to beat the first boss. Oh, million bytes. Not enough to actually close it out there. Hey Mike, what's up? I'm sure most of you guys are watching tonight and saw me playing on Nash's stream the other night. Alright, so 2-0 for Hatara. Alright, so these are our friends who made it into Winterside Top 8. So we got Thek, Happy to Owo, Switchblade, and Hatara. But we have all of this losers to play so far until we get about... Oh, I always forget where it is. Finals, semifinals for 5th, for 7th. So this spot right here. Alright, so we're going to be starting off with our only losers round 1 match, which is Eat That Joint versus Seabiscuit. I was having a hard time yesterday. I was just by myself, but my friend was watching me playing Call, and I was trying to beat the penguin, like the little penguin mini boss. And dude, his charge attack thing is nuts. The hitbox on that thing is huge, and he kept like killing me in 1 hit. Howard is so weird, because justifiably, there is a lot of designs in the game that are very like straight up rip-offs of Pokemon design, and there's no questioning that. But they also have a lot of fun designs in the game too. Nothing's like... I wouldn't say anything in the game is like a great design, but they have some fun... They have some fun, more original ones. Like, I caught this cow thing last night, and it's just like a big, fat, sleepy-looking cow, and he's so cute. But then, like, you turn around, and there's just, like, Lycanroc, but he's got black fur. It's just like... Come on, fellas. So, Go, I'm glad you're not the only one who thought that... What's it called? Daydream? Yeah, Daydream. I'm glad you're not the only one who thought Daydream looked like Gaitan too. So in my world, before I was playing with Nash, I had that thing on my team for a good while. And I nicknamed him Gaitanesque. Yeah, I love the little sap guy with the leaf, with the pot and the leaf on his head. You're mad they didn't rip off your favorite Pokemon? Oh, Stabthur to close it out here. Not a great week for Joint. So Seabiscuit going to be taking that 2-0. There's So I was trying my best to kind of keep most of the game hidden for me and just kind of explore things naturally. But I got really bored in bed the other day, and I started scrolling through the PAL decks. Again, there's some pretty fun designs in there, but there's also, I found one that is literally Ceruledge, but they just made him a centaur. Like, it is... If they didn't steal the model, they definitely referenced it. But it is literally Ceruledge, but his swords are replaced by lances. And he's a centaur. I think I saw some tweets talking about it where somebody went in and dumped all the files. And apparently from what they were able to see, it doesn't look like they're stolen models, but they definitely referenced Pokemon models for it. I mean, you look at that Lycanroc one, and there's like no doubt, you know, in my mind that they didn't do something like that. That's probably the most egregious one, I think. That, and then the goat that looks like Kabalion. I don't know. People are making such a big deal about it. Like, did you see Pokemon put out like an official statement where they were like, oh, we've gotten a lot of emails about other games, another game ripping off our intellectual property, and you know, we're looking into it. I don't think they fucking care, dude. It's Pokemon. Like, Power World sold like 7 million copies or whatever. That's chump change for Pokemon. Them motherfuckers put out like slop, and it gets 10 million like copies pushed in a day. They're gonna be fine. Alright, so that's a quick set. So 2-0 in the favor of John. No, 2-1 in favor of John. Meaning the Power World No, I completely understand that. All of the discourse surrounding it's pretty fucking annoying. I was talking to Nash about it the other day, and I was just like, the part that I get the most that people are upset about is, I really understand if you are someone who is like an artist or like a game designer who's like put so much of their work into like creature design or like the monster raising genre, and you know, this game comes out that's just like 5 Unity asset packs slapped together with like Pokemon ripoffs, you know, and it's fucking making millions of dollars. Like, that would be so disheartening. And I get the frustration and I get the sadness behind that. But like, it's not like the same thing, because I remember when it was first coming out, people were like really pushing Cassette Beast, and Cassette Beast is an amazing game, and I think it's personally like the best indie monster game that's came out in a long time, probably like the best one. But it's apples and oranges, like, they're not the same thing. Like, Cassette Beast does not have widespread appeal that Pokemon with Guns has. Like, it's just not the same thing. Like, it's just, you know, it's art versus entertainment. Like, Cassette Beast is art. Power World is fucking slop, but it's fun. But I can see where it makes people upset. This man has 99 guts. This shit's gonna hurt. 0-2 for my boy this week. This is like the third time, by the way, where Nash and I have both lost round 1 and then have to like play in losers. And usually it's me who wins the losers match, so it's good for him to lose a losers match between us for once. Maybe he can make the run. He's already got 2 sets in losers. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about it too much anymore, because like Pyra said, it's really a tired topic at this point. But just like, to me, it's a fun game. I think all of the stuff about it is a little bit overblown, and I really feel for like the game developers on it. But at the same time, it's like, it's, what can you do? And Nash, that, now that I'm thinking about it, that sounds a lot more like a diss than I meant it to. It was more, I was being legitimate. It was more like I felt bad for, we kept having to play in losers so early. I'm glad you got one. Gulag, though, I'm a little sad because he did so well his first week. He got second in his first ever tournament, and I'm pretty sure he's gone like 0-2 every time after that. Alright, I was talking again. Is this 1-1? What's the score on this one? Might have to check my handy dandy Twitch app. 2-0. Alright. Thank you, Crow. My chat is so nice. And attentive when I'm not. 20-0 in a handshake. Alright, so we got a robot battle. So we got big robot versus little robot. Alright, starting off with a beat dance, doing about half of MC Hanger's life, but draining all of Chibi Robot's guts. I made, I think Nash and I have both made Centaur Golems before. He made King Calzone, and that was before I really was entering the scene, but I made one at one point named Mac Tonight. It was for the second season of the Speeble, which I don't know if there's any surviving footage of. It was weird. It didn't have that same spark as the first season. The first season of the Speeble was a ton of fun. It was like a draft style thing, and I don't know. It was just different. Mac and cheese tonight. Me when I make dinner. Yeah, so what it was so the SSBL was based on the Speeble, which was Baku's. You guys, probably most of you guys don't know Bakuhuna. So the Switchport Battle League was his idea, and it was that same kind of format where it's kind of like how the PBL is now, where that's 2-1 for the big robot, I believe. So it's kind of like how the PBL is. I'm sorry, there's like a bunch of things going on at once. So it's like, it was, the original Speeble was like the PBL as how there was like, for us, it was D through S. So it was 5 different ranks, you had 5 different monsters, and it was essentially like, you know, your D rank would fight somebody else's D rank, your C rank was fight somebody else's C rank, so on and so forth. And Kahuna made it so you could just make a new monster every week. Like, you initially had to make 5, which is a lot. But after that, you could initially make more monsters every week, and it became an issue where it just became a big counterpick. Like, it just became like a big counterpick meta every week. So, like, because there was no limit on how many monsters you could make. And it was fun, but after a while, we could see that that was a big error. That was a big error, like, in the format. So the second time that Baku tried to do it, so Baku ran the tournament, but I streamed it, and then JP co-commentated it. And the second season, we were just like, okay, how can we fix that? And it was, at most, you could have 2 monsters per rank, but we drafted monsters. 2 monsters in each rank was drafted. Quick 2-0 for the diamond, by the way. And like, it was probably a better, like, more consistent format that way, but it just didn't have that, like, it didn't have that spark like that first season had. It was like the first time any of us had ever tried doing something like that. And it was just a lot of fun. We did a lot of goofy stuff. We did one week called like All-Star Week, where we took I think it was like we took the best performing monsters in each rank on the Ima side and the best performing monsters on the Fimba side, and we had like a week that wasn't for anything, but all of these best monsters got to fight, and then we played like at Speeble themed Pictionary after that. I don't know, it was a lot of fun. That did no damage. I remember Baku and Macho's tourneys back in the day, found it randomly and was like, holy shit, other people play Monster Rancher. I didn't know you've been around for that long. Yeah, it was Ima versus Fimba. And then what I did this last summer was kind of like a reference to that. Obviously, I kind of did it in a different way, where your monster had to earn their way into the Ima versus Fimba, like finals or whatever. But it was just like a little fun throwback to the Speeble. Just a watcher back then. That's cool though. I know Goat. I think Goat found the scene through my streams, which is pretty cool. And my YouTube vids explaining the rules. That's cool. It's been so long since all that stuff has happened. I mean, gosh. I think we're going to have a Bajaro Ditto in losers. We are. It's going to be the Diamond versus Mini Pot Kiao. Alright, 2-0 for the Genie. Let's see. I have some Speebles stuff still on my YouTube channel. I think a lot of it, I think I have a playlist, but I think a lot of it is unlisted. Yeah, Speeble VODs, here we go. Yes, this was, oh my god, 3 years ago. What the fuck? That is nuts. I started entering tournaments at the same time as Freya, but I found the Discord through an old tournament that Engine and Jack were commentating. The way that I found competitive Monster Rancher was just, for some reason, I don't know why, Jack's Cat and Dogs tournament just popped up on my recommendeds one day. And I was able to find the Discord through that and stuff, and I figured out people play competitively. But I didn't actually start doing stuff with the community until the original Japanese Switch port dropped. YouTube? I don't have a YouTube link. I don't have like a fancy or like a YouTube command. I don't have like a fancy YouTube channel link. My name is my URL is just alphabet soup. You technically discovered the scene through a YouTuber named Tom Fox. Yeah, I remember his Let's Plays and stuff on Monster Rancher. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that's 2-0 for Blokely Man there. So unfortunately, my Gaboo is the only one that goes 2-0 today. Or 0-2, rather. Yeah, it's pretty crazy how much the scene has changed even since I was just getting into it. It's pretty nuts that there's still a lot of people playing this game. Honestly, more people than there ever has been. And I think this is the time where we've had the most different people like running events. Oh, thwack. Gonna take the power thwack there with that reel, but reel has ran out into a second thwack. That's gonna be it unless we see a grit. No grit, so Ukiki is gonna take that first game. You thought you were the only fan left? I was kind of like Nash growing up, where I always like tried to get my friends to play Monster Rancher 2 with me. It just wasn't a game that they were really interested in. I remember my friends would let me bring my PlayStation over to their house though to like scan to scan their CDs and their DVDs. So they humored me that enough. Alright, we see the grit here from the crab. And then I met Naga in college. And Naga was like the first person I ever talked about who, like outside of my friend group who I tried to push Monster Rancher 2 on. He was like the first person that I ever talked about Monster Rancher and he knew what the fuck that it was. And then, but yeah, I didn't like get into the online scene until after the Japanese Switch port dropped. And so I was only entering tournaments for that at first. And then eventually I entered one of Stardust's hard mode tourneys. And my first ever hard mode monster was a Joker Golem named Now I'm a Jerk. And he was an intelligence golem, and I think he ended up getting 4th in that tournament. And now here I am. Ooh, power. Is he going to try to go big here? You did not need to fucking do that, dude. Oh. I actually don't remember if Monster Rancher Battle League 2 started before the OG Tropical Cup. I can check. Okay, so the VOD... Oh, great comeback there. So the VOD for Tropical Cup was uploaded July 12th, 2021. And then... So I'm pretty sure that means it's after. I'm pretty sure Monster Rancher Battle League 2 started in, like, March? Let's see, the first VOD... the first VOD for the Monster Rancher Battle League Season 2 is uploaded in April, yeah, so the Monster Rancher Battle League Season 2 was before Tropical Cup. Alright, bunch of big moves that game, but Seabiscuit closing it out 2-1. So all of the Gaboo... Wait, no. Sorry. 2 of the Gaboo are out of the tournament. All of the Soldier Gaboo are out of the tournament, so it's just Blokely Man. It's just Blokely Man left. There's been a lot of, like, funny variations on Oakley Man's name. The best one is Smokely Man. There's been Smokely Man, Blokely Man, Blokely Man's mom. Oakley Man's mom, I mean, if I said that incorrectly. I wonder how A Pile of Cats is doing. I haven't heard from them in a long time. I think the DX came out and they dipped. Birchley Man. It's pretty good. Pile of Cats always made some pretty cool monsters. They are the ones who are able to make the mixed attacker stuff in the Monster Rancher Battle League work the best. I think they're the only person who had a mixed attacker reach S rank with their Pixie. And then they were pretty good. They won the Game Shark Cup with their Phoenix. Is that 1-1? This tournament was running so smooth until I started to just talk about other things, and now I can't remember half the things that's gone on. I'm pretty sure Mermaid won the first game, and then Hanger won the second game just then. To the Twitch app. I gotta figure out what I want to run for my next tournament. Well, like my next big tournament. I've been bouncing around a couple of different ideas in my head. But 1-1, okay. Yeah, that's what the That's what the VOD is saying too. Thank you, Spider. I had a lot of fun with Spin the Wheel. I was talking to Unholy, or Unholy rather, more so brought the idea to me to, if I ever do a second one, which I want to, he would be down to run like half of it, and I can have more people enter. Like he was saying, maybe open it up to like 32 players, and he would run 2 pools, and I would run 2 pools, and then we could make it a top 16 bracket type of deal. So I thought that could be fun whenever I feel like running that again. Alright, so we have our Bajarl Bajarl Ditto. I'm thinking, I have an idea in my head for...
Both of these fighters have dealt with custody battles involving their children.
Bob, I think you got a pretty good prediction there. I had a couple idea for a theme tournament, or not they're all theme tournaments. I mean a team tournament. So kind of like how I did the insiders versus the outsiders. Not that same specific theme, but like it's 2 teams. 10% luck, 20% skill. It's 2 teams of 8, like 8 monsters fighting it out. But I want to try to decide what the theme of that's going to be. Alright, Mini Pacquiao has not been able to hit anything this round. Alright, left jab to close it off there. No grit. Yeah, literal brother fight. We're getting pretty close to top 8. We'll have one more round of losers after this. So the one that I was thinking of is doing warm and cool collars. So like all of the sub icons in the game, that's a warm collar on one team. All of the sub collar in the game, that's a cool collar on the other team. I'll bounce a couple of different names in my head. Monet Massacre was one that I was thinking. Warm and Cool Collar Clash, but that's kind of a mouthful. Collar Theory Cup, that could be a good name for it. And I have like the list of monsters. So Diamond's gonna take that 2-1. I have the list because I keep like a little Google Doc with tournament ideas in them. My God, just call it red versus blue and do a Halo motif. This man is screaming. But that is a good idea. I can't lie. Dude, red versus blue was the shit back in the day. I remember going over to my friend's house and we would download episodes of Red versus Blue, and that was like back when internet was ass. And we would have to wait like, you know, over 30 minutes before like an episode of Red versus Blue to download. And now it's all on Netflix, I think. It was at some point. All of it was on Netflix. Because I remember going back through and marathoning some of it. Back in 2018, I think it was. Because that's when I lived in Fayette County, West Virginia. You remember Red vs. Blue? Your chat had it on DVD. My favorite, like, internet series growing up was Nox's Clay World. You guys ever watch those? Pyro, that was my favorite line as a kid. No, I was super obsessed with Clay World. I have still. I have his original DVD collection, Nox in a Box. There's the Clay episode that I think about most of the time is when there's, I think it's a glass of water or a puddle of water, and a Clay person just comes up to it and they just start drowning in like the small puddle of water until finally there's just like a pile of bodies. Or the one where it's just like, do you got some Coca? You want some Coca-Cola? There was that one. There was the Tickle Monster. They just don't make shit like that anymore. Maybe they do make shit like that still. But it doesn't feel like it, and I might be out of the loop. Alright, that's 2-1 for Blokely Man. I think. If it's not, we'll go back and finish it. Alright, so Seabiscuit's making the run. Now he's got to fight Ooification. Alright, so this is a play-in for top 8 losers. Does anyone remember Legendary Frog? That one I don't know if I remember. What would be the stat cap for red versus blue? Oh, I'd probably just do 3,500. The reason that Spin the Wheels was the way that it was is you could roll a build. I was scared of people rolling a build where having like a heavyweight stat cap would have been like really hard to do. So that's why I did like, it's like 2750 or something like that. Like, and it would be a hard mode tournament. Tech deletion, all that stuff. But like the nice thing about it, like, you know, for example, Goat, if he just wanted to enter Hatara on the warm collar side, like, you know, that's a really easy entry. Or if you wanted to make a new monster for it, you can make a new monster for it too. Let's see. Let me see if I can find that document for the subs. So Seabiscuit takes that first game. Could proc power here. No power. I think he's power. He might not be power. I don't know. Could not hit a move this game. That boy kicking. I've never seen a monster use rear leg kick this many times in a row. Yellow is a warm collar. So it would... I'm trying to find this thing here. Alright, 1-1. So, warm collars are like reds, oranges, yellows, pinks. Cool collars are blues, greens, and purples, right? Oh, Seabiscuit won, 2-1. Anyways, well, if you know the colors, it's basically any monster with an icon that is red, orange, yellow, or pink would be the warm side. Any monster whose icon would be purple, green, or blue would be like the cool side. Where's brown on the scale? Brown is a neutral color, so it doesn't really have like a temperature affiliation. So your neutral colors are like your your blacks, your grays, your whites, your browns. Special monsters just wouldn't be. Okay, I've gone back and forth on that with special monsters. See, it's kind of like a slippery... Is this a rematch? No, it's not a rematch. This is... He fought Switchblade. So it's kind of like a slippery slope where it's just like, if I allow special monsters in based on like the actual color of their models, like Satan Claws would obviously be like a warm-sided monster. Okay. But then on the graphic, it's gonna have that bright, like, fucking neon icon. So I probably just wouldn't allow special breeds, to be honest. But, like, if off the top of my head, like, warm would be things like Phoenix, Suezo, Pixie, Arrowhead, Dragon. Mew. Gaboo is iffy because he's more like tannish rather than yellow. That's 2-0 for the Durahan. And then like the cool side of things would be things like Centaur, Tiger, Plant. And Baku probably wouldn't be in it because Baku's like, you know, that beige tan area, very neutral very neutral color. But that's only for the sub-breeds, right? Like you could enter a Baku gel into the cool side of things. Yeah, it's whatever the monster's icon would be. So it's more so focusing on subs rather than the actual main breed. Like, you know, Mew, purebred Mew would be on the warm color side, but Mew Gel would be on the cool color side. Thank you, Bobby. Yeah, Zoom and Color Pandora would be cool. Peachtree Bug would be on the warm side because it's a Pixie sub. Purebred Color Pandora and Liquid Cube would be on the cool side. But then something here, like these two, where they're more of that kind of brown, beige type of color, you know, their subs probably wouldn't be allowed. It'd probably be something, look, if I wrote it out in like an actual rules document, that would be a little bit easier to visualize. So that's like one tournament idea I've had, is that team tournament. And the other one is really different, and it's one that in my head I've been calling, I have two names for it. It's either Boss Rush or the Gauntlet. And what it is I'm not going to enter it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat in like 10 monsters, and they're progressively going to get like more strong and more illegal as they go on. And whoever enters the tournament, they have to fight these monsters and basically whose monster is able to go the farthest will get put into like a bracket. Yeah, I guess that is kind of like how it is. How the freshman cup hazing thing was. 50-50 whether I met caps for that. Does anyone know the score of this one, by the way? I think it's 1-1. So obviously I don't have to just pick one or the other. I could just run one and run the other. But that boss rush style tournament, this is one that I've been thinking of. So it's basically like how it would work. I think I would have maybe about 10 entrants or so. I don't know, depending. And then like the top 4 entrants would move on to like a top 4 bracket. And like the top 4 would be determined like, you know, how many points they got for defeating how many bosses or whatever. And, you know, the bosses would just get more slowly fucked up as time goes on. So I've had that one in the dome for a little bit. I've been thinking about doing another Pokemonsters. I don't know if it would be full on Pokemonsters Coliseum yet. I kind of want to do a 2.5 where the scope lens is nerfed, because as much as I love that tournament, and I know a scope lens monster didn't win, it was obviously way too powerful. Did Bajaro win? Unfortunately, nah, he got 2-1'd. Oh wait, did Bajaro win? Oh, okay. I will take your word for it. It's NFL Crunch. Dude, NFL Crunch Time was the fucking man. That is still probably the build I am most proud of. Well, thank you all for correcting me. I think I've talked about NFL Crunch Time before, so I'll just speed through this real quick. Like, so a little while back, I hosted a tournament called the Game Shark Cup, where it was, you could do a bunch of goofy stuff. You could enter invalid monsters. Everyone had a 1 guts rate, all this type of crazy stuff. And I entered a forward golem called NFL Crunch Time. And Nash and I were like theory crafting like what would be really good for this tournament. And I brought up Fist Missile, and we were both just like, that sounds fucking incredibly broken. And it was. So the guts rates were so fast, you could do Fist Missile, which normally is a move that Golem can't run because it's just too much of a commitment. You could do Fist Missile directly into a charge, and we would call it the 1-2. Okay, so we've made our way all the way up to our top 8. So we have Thekbook Crab, Happy to Owo, Switchblade Hitara in our winner's side, and then our loser's side we got Seabiscuit, who made it all the way literally from losers round 1. Versus War Emblem, and then the Diamond versus Laputa. The OG Sacred Combo. It was, dude. That's a really good tournament. I don't push my VODs a whole lot, a lot of the time. Kinda. Maybe sometimes I do. Anyways, if you are looking for a really fun tournament to watch, I'm going to drop the link to this one. Game Shark Cup, probably one of my favorite things I've ever done. I'd love to do another one, but I don't know if I don't personally know how to do guts rates on this version of the game. But the guts rates are so fast, it's almost like you are just playing DX, because everyone can just everyone can just attack at any time. Yeah, Rocket Fist. Yeah, Fist Missile is called Rocket Fist in hard mode. My guy ended up getting second, and then, like we talked a little bit earlier, a pile of cats entered a Phoenix, so like one guts rate Phoenix, and they entered it as a Metalner subbreed. So you know, like every time there was a new match, it would load a new texture on the Phoenix. So I don't know, there was a lot of fun stuff that happened that tournament. Like when you start messing with invalid monsters that don't crash the game, there's like a lot of fun stuff. Like there was a couple of Zillas entered, and it doesn't just replace your monsters' textures, it also replaces the graphic effects for like their moves. So like for example, if you had a Zilla and they copied Phoenix's textures, when they would use Tidal Wave, it would be Phoenix's Fire Wave texture. So it would look like your Zilla would be summoning like a wave of fire. It was really cool. All right. So that is Water Woman moving on to winners. Alright, next up we got Switchblade. And Hatara. Has there ever been a Macho Thursdays where a monster has won more than once? Because Hatara could do it. Let me look at my Google Docs. I don't think I updated this for last week's. No power yet. Oh, big crit there. Hatara does grit though. And it's got a pretty big guts lead. It could run things down with bites, but it's not going to get the chance to. Alright, Switchblade taking that first game. That was it. I knew there was one Bob. What format did we do last week? I already forgot. No, we didn't do one last week, did we? I did spin the wheel. Yeah, welterweight teams, that was it. Alright, this is a close one. Oh, not enough to kill. Buffers the second one. No grit either. So Switchblade's going to move on to winners finals 2-1. Alright, so next up we got Seabiscuit and War Emblem. Seabiscuit, Seabiscuit getting that port priority buff. So we got 2 Metal Glories in top 8. Alright, does miss the slash combo there. Rear leg kick, gonna hit at 61%. Gonna do a little bit of damage, a little bit of withering. Into the dash slash whiff. Katara fights the winner of this. That'd be scary, either way. This horse loves this move. Alright, million stabs at 57's also gonna whiff. Oh, procs ease. Into the stab throw ease. Still does 999 damage. What the fuck? Alright, that's probably it on the whiff slash combo there, especially off that triple stab. So Biscuit taking game number 1. Did ease run out? Like, I'm very surprised that still did 999 damage there. Alright, slash combo. That does what it does. Game 3. You think it ran out? Okay. It would make sense if it did. Oh, another slash combo. Seabus just gotta grit this. No grit, so War Emblems moving on 2-1. Your boy is in winners finals, Freya. Alright, so Seabiscuit is out at 7th place today. But that's his best placing is out of Macho Thursdays. And he went on a crazy-ass loser's run. So I'd say overall he had a pretty good day. Alright, so next up we got the Diamond versus La Puta. La Puta. You did. Oh, you did make Macho Thursdays Hall of Fame finally. Good job, Freya. Oh, brow hit there, bringing Diamond down. Oh! That's not good. Well, here, JP. It's just this. I can link it to you here. It's just like on the. That was a long ass grit comeback. Diamond taking that first game. Also, yeah. Hi, by the way. Did you tell your mom happy birthday for me? No, I stole this from Lily. She did a little document for Uwu. that had like the top 3 placings in it. I was like, that is such a cute idea. So I swiped it from her. All right. Yeah, I still need to fill it in for Thursdays last week, but I'll get that done tonight. All right, so Diamond taking that 2-1. Bajarl doing well tonight. All right, so we're just going to keep going through losers until we get to what monster is going to be sitting in losers finals. All right, so we got Hatara and War Emblem. But yeah, I guess if there's anything that you're fighting for this, I guess it's just to make it into the Hall of Fame document, but this is more so just for fun to keep track of things more than anything else. And it's a nice way to keep all of the bracket links in a nice little place. It would be pretty hype if he wins another one. It's a strong monster. Hi, Basil. What you doing, baby? Oh, but the slash combo be slash combo, and we do see a grit though. Hatara is going to win on a grit comeback. He just needs to do something to run down the clock, and another slash combo. This matchup's probably not too bad if they can stay out of that first slot. Yeah, like he's able to tank these pretty well. He needs to start attacking though. All right, stab. This monster has been gritting. All right, Hatara's got a grit here. No grit, so War Emblem's going to be taking that 2-0, I believe. Go if it's 2-1, let me know. But I think that's 2-0 in War's favor. Alright, next we're going to have Thekbet Crab. Versus the Diamond. Nash, let him know how you feel. That was one of the fun things about Pokemonsters, I think, is that no one could have grit unless you dedicated an item slot to it. And I was low-key kind of surprised that not at least one person didn't do it out of everyone. But again, I think Scope Lens was so broken, everyone was just like, yeah, that's the best item. You're trying. No, I think grit's cool. It's also cool to just thematically write where it's just like, I'm not fucking going down. This is Bajarl's doing really well. Dude, okay, Fake, you and I literally entered almost the exact same monster, and it and I'm really surprised your guy didn't make it out. No, you ran scope lens. Your build was scope lens with roll assault, death scythe. And basics? Kraballer. Yeah, because I remember you were like live updating me as you were raising your monster because it was the arrowhead with like 200 weeks of lifespan. So you could get Death Slash. Really cool build. He did well. He made top 8, I think. Well, my guy ended up winning. Which I'm not bragging, by the way, it was Punisher. I thought maybe the type matchup chart shit would kind of balance that out. It did not. The ground type, again, ended up being incredibly strong. I tried to tell people. Oh, and I had Assault Vest. Oh, that's going to win at Berthek. So 2-1 in the Krabby Boy's favor. But Diamond doing really well, going out at 5th tonight. Yeah, Fake. That was my mindset with it too, because the first Pokemonsters had a lot of steals, and I also entered a ground type in that first one and did really well. And I was just like, it's gonna happen again. It's been so long since the first one happened, no one's gonna remember how busted ground type is. So I want to run another one just to see what people would do this time. I don't know if I would enter ground this next time around, solely for the fact that I think people are going to be a little bit more cognizant of it. I really wanted your red card build to make it to top 8, though.
Both of these fighters have dealt with custody battles involving their children.
There is a couple more flying types than usual. Ochi entered a Duckin, which is a flying type. Potato entered a Galaxy, which was part flying type. And I think those were the 2 flying types of the tournament. Who won that first game, by the way? I'm lost in thought. I think Thek won on a brow smash, or brow hit, didn't he? War Emblem won? Okay. Thank you guys for paying way more attention than I am. And he won again. So 2-0 in favor of War Emblem. So we have 2 Metal Glories in top 3. Alright, so we're going to go hop back up to winners finals now. We're going to have Happy to Owo. And Switchblade. Fighting in our winners finals. So this is going to be best 3 out of 5, and we will bet on this one. So let me go ahead and get that set up. So we're going to do a 1-minute prediction. I'm going to run to the bathroom, so go ahead and get your patooties ready. Do you like the Water Lady? Do you like the Metal Man? I'm going to go pee. I will be right back. Oh, hi, baby girl. What you doing?
Both of these fighters have dealt with custody battles involving their children.
Oh God, it's gonna explode! Get me out of here!
Hello.
I'm back. Alright, who y'all like? You like the Undine, that's probably a good bet. But Switchblade is a good build, so we'll see how this goes.
Hello.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello! I should play Impossible Creatures on stream sometime.
Hello.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello! Oh, Impossible Creatures, top 5 game of all time for me. I love that game. Come here, baby. You need some loving and some pets. Are you tired from a full day at daycare?
Oh God, it's gonna explode!
Oh no.
Oh God, it's gonna explode! Get me out of here!
This anger is biting these speed monsters in the ass today. Alright, 2-0 so far for Selvi. It's quick 3-0. Well, what's wrong, honey? Do you have to go potty? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this next losers final set up. Then I'm going to take her out to potty real quick. She's whining at me. Alright, so we are going to have a Metal Glory losers finals. I know, hold on. Let me get this set up real quick. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and set up the prediction. Alright, I'll be right back.
Both of these fighters have dealt with custody battles involving their children. Both of these fighters have dealt with custody battles involving their children. Both of these fighters have dealt with custody battles involving their children.
Watch out. Alright, I put that on for 2 minutes. I wasn't sure how long she was going to be out there. So we got about a minute left. Is there something under my desk you're trying to get? What are you doing? Look out, Basil. Come here. Is there something under there you're trying to get to? I don't see anything under there. Except for how dirty it is under
Hello. Hello.
there. Hello.
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 Obunga says, eat this onions.
Hello, Obunga.
Hello.
Hello. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it here. Do these guys have the same moveset? It's pretty close. Oh, we see the first slash combo hit of the set. Alright. First game goes to War and Blame. Alright, y'all, I'll be right back. She's still whining about something. I'm going to let these games go, but I'm going to turn my mic off and try to figure out what she's whining about.
Oh god, it's gonna explode! Get me out of here!
Alright. I'm pretty sure what happened is she lost the ball under the couch. But it's way back under there, and I don't feel like getting it. Alright, so if I paid attention enough, I believe it's 2-1 in War and Blame's favor. Switchblade won it there on the grit on the last game. 2-1? Okay. Oh, close, but no cigar with that dash slash there. Dash slash to end it, gonna whiff at 52. Swing at 49, that's gonna whiff. Pushes Switchblade back into the second slot, goes for the dash slash, goes for the rush slash. Rush slash and retaliation. Switchblade does get the grit. It's not over yet. We got about 5 seconds left in the match. Ooh, million stabs. Animation to run out the clock. Switchblade can do something. Decides not to swing, so War Emblem is going to win that 3-1. Meaning Switchblade is out at third. Alright, so congratulations on getting third tonight, Freya. So that means our grand finals is going to be Happy to Owo versus War Emblem. Alright, so we're going to have our last bet of the night. I'm not going to have this one be 2 minutes. We'll just do 1 minute on that one. But do you like Cell vs. Monster? Cell vs. Monster has to only win 1 set, where Lamecore's Monster has to win 2. So if you are voting for War Emblem, that means you are voting for him to win 2 sets. It's been a pretty fun night. I always like these really simple... 3,500 knights. Just nice, clean, easy format. You know, the classics. I cannot believe it is the 25th already. Hey. You don't eat under there. That's why you're not supposed to bring your balls in the house, because you always lose them under the couch. Alright, quick game one. Don't worry, we'll go outside and we'll play ball after this, okay? That means you gotta root for the Undine, because if she wins, that means the night will be over quicker. And speaking of rooting for the Undine, she takes game number 2, sorry. And I accidentally clicked on Minecraft. Now my computer is trying to play Minecraft. Ah! I do okay. Lumpy's done pretty well overall. Bogwater's done pretty well overall. I think Bogwater's had only one tournament where he's ever done bad. Alright, so 2-0 in War and Blame's favor, but this water cannon off the hop is going to put War and Blame in the flashing yellow. Does have more health, more guts than his opponents, but an Undine, she's going to be able to get that guts lead caught up real fast. $3,500 is always going to be my favorite, but I just like gimmick formats the most. And kind of more like the stuff that I run, where it's less about the stat cap and more about like the theme of the tournament. There has been a lot of fooleries tonight. Okay, 2-2. Alright, water cannon on the 55. Strong opener as we've seen before. Basil, get out of there. Leave it. I was surprised how well Skid did overall during the DXBL season. He never did I don't think he ever had a crazy run. I think at most he got 5th. I think that was the highest he did, but he was my only monster that got points the entire season, which is pretty cool. Or that got points. He reset bracket, by the way. That got points every week, which is pretty cool. So that was 3-2 and a bracket reset. I've done really well in Ulu. And then, Specialist, I've done okay. I think both Breakfast and Pools Empty have made top 8, but they kind of start petering out by the end of the tournament. Was that not 3-2? I'm pretty sure it went War won the first one, Happy won the second one, War won the fourth one or third one, Happy, then War again. And now War just took that first one with a slash combo, and then now I believe this one is 1-1. Dude, Spider is fucking on it. Thank you, brother Spider. Alright, water cannon. Big damage, big withering. Gonna lack war emblem out of slash combo for a little bit. You always feel like you don't know what you're doing. As long as you're having fun, that's what matters the most. Thank you, JP. You know what? Bob, you're right. Just for that, Super Spider Crab will get the special role of VIP for the channel. Oh, how do I make someone a VIP? Okay, I'm fucking around. It's 2-1 in Undine's favor so far. Oh, my old ass can't figure it out. I'm just gonna give them a sub. Fuck it. No problem, brother. All right, this is 2-2, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they do VIPs anymore. I can't find it on here. There's moderator, artist, and editor, but there's no option for VIP anymore. All right, so this is a long ass grand finals. This is going like all the way to game 10. All right, big splash coming out there, doing a lot of withering, not a ton of damage. Oh, that splash costs 27. I mean, it makes up for it for sure. Oh, dude, I don't use the chow sweeping emote, but I love the chow sweeping emote. Alright, that's probably going to be it. Alright, after all of that, Happy 2-0 wins that 3-2 after the bracket reset. So congratulations, Selvi, wherever you are. All right, let's go ahead and end this thing. All right, let's take a look at our results. So unfortunately, just because of the amount of monsters we had in the bracket, we do have to have someone that is 25th place, so we got Eat That Joint at 25th. Articuno, Chibi-Robo, Dr. Thermidor, Dreadwood, Gulag, Guaglum, one of Uwu's, and Rat Smasher all tied at 17th. Then we got John J. Rambu, Mini Mini P, Pina Colada, and Ukiki at 13th. Then we got Blokely Man, MC Hanger, Spot Trick, and Uwification at 9th. And then we got Laputa and Seabiscuit tied at 7th. Hitara and the Diamond tied at 5th. Thick But Crab at 4th. Switchblade at 3rd. War Emblem at 2nd. And Happy to Owo in 1st place. God, look at fucking War Emblem's record. Went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and 2 to get 2nd. That's nuts. That was fun. Thanks for hanging out. We didn't really talk a lot about the game tonight, but honestly, sometimes those streams are a little bit more fun than ones where we hyper focus on the game. Basil, get out of there, baby. Stop. Sorry, I'm gonna get up. Let's find someone to raid. She's getting really crazy right now, so I'm not gonna ramble on too much. Congratulations to Selby for winning. Let's find somebody to raid. Oh, I know who we're gonna raid. We are going to
Oh
raid.
god, it's gonna explode. Get me out of here.
TAC Games Australia. It is the Digimon card game nationals for Oceania today.
Hello.
So we're gonna go ahead and give them a raid.
Hello.
If you like Digimon card game, it might be a fun stream for you to kind of chill out after this. Good night, everyone. Love you all. I will see you next week. I gotta figure out what we're gonna do next week. Later.